the original, or the most... this game. This is probably one of the most memorized games in this series of games. I think people, there's like Donkey Kong Country, which would beat everybody on the retro, like SNES series. There's this, which was in between, and then I have this turned way down already. So it should be fine now. Hopefully. Now I can turn it down a little bit more. I have my mic, like, peaking. That should be better. I got it turned down 10 decibels. I got the game at 10 audio. Because there's no other way I can turn it down. Got that now? That's... It can't fucking be. It can't. I literally turned
Waiting a
everything
long
down as much
time
as
for
I
this moment. Through Donkey Kong and his pretty little island.
could. Unless fucking
No
dinosaurs
more.
got changed again, which is... I literally have the desktop audio on my thing turned down 36 decibels.
No problem. Everything's fine.
I have my microphone turned to my streaming microphone. And I literally have the desktop audio, which I have to use for this capture, like, down to compared to a normal 30. Like, it should not be that loud.
Gods!
Something.
I want you to do everything in your power to keep Donkey Kong distracted. Steal that hoard of golden bananas he treasures so much, and take care of his pathetic friends.
I honestly
This
don't
time
know
there
why
can
this is
be no
important.
mistakes.
Oh, Your Excellency, we've already taken care of business.
I hope for your sake you're right this time.
No.
While you'll
Oh,
be busy
that's
looking
why.
for your precious.
Okay. I had the capture device audio on.
Flavored surprise.
So let's try this now. I hate this sometimes. So let me turn this up a little bit. I hate capture devices sometimes because it doesn't show you that immediately. Yeah, well, it's no longer blasting the audio at full force. That's why. Okay. So, yeah, this is one of those games that's like, everybody, like, I feel knows this game, and it's like in a weird mix of where it actually is ranked for a lot of people. Because some people love it, some people hate it, some people just in the middle. I have never played this outside of like starting a little bit of it up and getting it up and running to make sure it works. So I've done like 10 bananas and beaten like the first boss, and that's it. Which is why there was another save file already active. But other than that, I have seen speedruns of this game and like randomizers, but it basically does not give you an idea of how this game actually plays. Because they break the hell out of this game on both fronts. So it's only been Jungle Japes and then a little bit of like Donkey Kong's and like Diddy Kong's abilities. Barrels, now buzz off and come back when you've done them all. What did Cranky mean about training? Donkey all confused. And this was the era of games where that, like, if you did the tutorials, like, they actually stopped you from using certain abilities until you completed tutorials, which is a little weird. This is the one thing I'm gonna be getting used to with this is being very patient with a platformer. This is my one weakness when it comes to platformers. I am not very patient. And you need to do things at the right time. I am not a speedrunner.
Well done!
The last time I've tried to play a game at my own speed and like play it fast was over a decade ago? And that was with the Link to the Past, and that did not go well. Like, yes, I can beat the game quickly, but that is a game where it's like, okay, the pace I can beat the game at is like 2 hours, and even at the time, the speed runs for it were like an hour or so, which is nuts for a Zelda game. Unless you think about, like, Ocarina of Time, which can be beaten, depending on the glitches you use, in, like, 5 minutes. insane if you think about it. But yes, I'm kind of doing this series to experience older games and everything like that, and calling it Retro Run Through because I'm trying to use the hardware as much as I applicably can. So in this case, I'm on an actual N64 with an N64 controller. Well, a knockoff N64 controller, but as close as I can. Oops. Here's the thing. I had an N64 when I was younger. The problem was that, like, when I was a lot younger, video games gave me headaches. Like, really bad headaches. So it eventually was gotten rid of. Yeah. The one I have is generally pretty good, it feels like, and it feels pretty close to what I've used in the past. And honestly, as long as the layout is the same, that's more of what I care about than the whole feeling. So... So I kind of had to get a replacement console on that front. And it's been picking up other consoles as well at this point that, like, with as close as possible to their original controllers, some of which are really hard to come by these days, or they don't make replacements for. Yeah. I mean, I've got the controller I have is based off the original design and everything, so I'm going to be playing it like it is. And most games incorporated that design because you would basically either use both ends of the controller or the middle and the other end for it. But it's a weird thing to hold in your hands. It's even weirder that, like, the design for the console was that you have any of the attachments are in the backside of the controller. Because, like, the memory pack goes in the backside of it, as did, like, stuff like the transfer pack or the rumble pack for it, which... Was the N64 the first game that did vibration? That's a weird thought. Huh. Because it either had to be the N64 or the PlayStation. That's a really weird thought and something that like completely just went over my head. That's a feature that is so like that is so normal these days. It is just like, oh, this might have been the first console that did this. Rumble Pack was 97, which makes sense because it basically was included, or you could use it with Ocarina of Time. When did the original PS1 release? Was it 93 or 94? Yeah, it was 1994. Oh, okay, so apparently... That's nuts. That is so nuts. That is so weird to think about. Alright. And now we get into basically the Banjo-Kazooie doors, because this was Rare's thing during this time frame. You need a certain amount of items or like bananas or anything else along those lines to get through these doors. And basically every 3D platformer during this time had some form of this. From everything from like Spyro with the gems, Donkey Kong had the golden bananas, Conker was usually cash, Banjo-Kazooie was the notes, Jak and Daxter was Precursor Wars, but I think that was PS2. Mario had the stars. It's so weird that that kind of became the go-to. So basically both of them did it at the same time. That's crazy. Gaming is such a weird thing at times where it's like... Now, as much as possible, I am going to be trying to get 100%. As far as I remember hearing, it's kind of ridiculous for this game. Oh. As that Jolteon pointed out, there are 1,200 in this game. So there are 120 golden bananas. There is a banana medal for every Kong in every level, because you have to get at least 75 bananas for each of them. There are blueprints for each Kong, which give you the golden bananas. No wait, the golden bananas is like... I think the golden banana amount's higher than what I'm thinking. There are banana fairies you have to take pictures of. It's a lot. Now we have to go free Diddy. But basically the whole point for doing this is going to be, like, just experiencing these games and trying to get some fun out of them, because I kind of honestly wanted to go back and play some older titles. See how they actually played, see how my opinion of them is, and, like, kind of how they influenced everything. So I think we kind of take for granted, like, what these games kind of established. Basically, like... it's kind of nuts how, like, far gaming has come in the span of, like, technically 30 years. I mean, technically the whole thing's been around for 40, 50? But in the last 30 years alone, the progress has been kind of nutty. Either Pong or the original Asteroids, like... like, just in general with, like, computing hardware, with what we were been able to do with it, like, it's been insane. Now, granted, the insanity has returned in the bad way recently. Hey, let's waste all this compute power on useless ass crap. I mean... could be using it for anything else, really. In so many better cases, but no. Somebody wanted to make money. That's it. Okay, so we now need to free Diddy because Diddy's gonna open up a lot of this world for us. Oops. So one of the big things that's going to be part of this is going to be finding a lot of these balloons because they count for at least 5 each for the bananas for each column that you find them for. Adds up to a lot. Like, I think the majority of the bananas you find are either in bunches or they're in the balloons themselves, which adds up over the course of everything for it. But there's also a lot with these games that, like, I think the restrictions on technology made a lot of difference in the fact that, like, you had to be creative and you had to come up with ways to deal with the fact that you did not have the most advanced resources, you didn't have the most high power things, you had memory limitations. All of which meant that, like, you couldn't just be wasteful. And some of, like, the most personally impressive things that I've seen in games have come from things like, oh hey, you were limited to 16 bits of memory. How do you make a game on that? We had games that were made in file sizes that are like literal bytes, if not like less than a megabyte. And in today's world, that's nuts. Almost there. This is the one thing that's a little finicky with these N64 games that's going to be a little bit of a problem. Sometimes you do really need to be kind of precise on the stick. And that's kind of the thing, like, especially the N64 and Nintendo platforms in general has kind of been an impressive thing, is that it's never really been about the performance of the hardware that Nintendo's had, because it's always kind of been never like the primary focus for them. They've always done the best to like create an interesting or technologically important game for them based off of what they had at the time or what they thought they could get out of it. Not like, hey, we're gonna pump the power on this machine and then like do our best graphically or anything else along those lines. Granted, it doesn't mean the machines aren't powerful, it's just you don't necessarily think of them that way. Do that. And like, as you can see, we're already at 50 bananas. We need 75 for the banana medal. Yeah. GameCube was a really, actually strong platform, and there was actually a lot that got done on there that just kind of... The GameCube, like, now that I think about it, it's oddly formative for what Nintendo would go on and do. And it was one of their worst selling consoles. Which is so weird. And here we also have Randy. I don't know if you're going to use the other animal companions in the game. I'm going to imagine you do. Oh, you can't get these as Randy. Yeah. There we go. They're at least full-size DVD support. So I'm hoping, like... But, like, seriously, there was so much on there that, like, most series either got, like, major releases that, like, informed or influenced how the rest of their series would go. Like, I think Mario Sunshine is, like... If you look at Mario Galaxy and look at the design of Mario Sunshine, like, they are very similar games in a lot of ways. Just Mario Galaxy improved on everything that, like, Mario Sunshine did. And Mario Sunshine basically tried to implement on Mario 64, which many people consider like one of the better Mario games of all time. Come here, you. Health. Oh, I need Rambi again. Oops. Forgot to do one thing. Oops. I am also going to mess up the oranges and the guns because they're on the opposite sides of the controller in terms of the directional buttons, so I hit one thinking it's the other. You got F-Zero GX, which is pretty much the premier F-Zero title. Why can't I... Metroid Prime, basically. Smash Brothers Melee, which basically gave us, like, the lifeblood for Brawl onwards. Trying to think of what else came out there. Like, a lot of Nintendo stuff actually came on there. Pikmin. Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance. A lot of Sonic titles released for the GameCube as well as like the other platforms at that era. That one I'm not going to really consider as much because it's kind of hard when those games released on GameCube, PS2, everything in between. There were also just a lot of legacy titles. Wind Waker also came out there. Twilight Princess, which was one of the last major release titles for the console. I can't go here yet. This is one thing I've liked about coming through here and playing a little bit of this too, is how interconnected all the actual characters you pick up are. Like, a lot of the areas in this game are dependent on certain characters you use to get from one area to the next. Which means you won't be staying on one character for very long. We are also almost done with Donkey Kong in this area too. I think. Oh. That's the other thing that's going to happen a lot. Depth perception in 3D platformers is not my greatest suit. This is often why I do not consider myself the biggest fan of platformers at all. So we're gonna go turn in our blueprints. This is also something about this game that it's a little weird. Basically, the person who designed the weapon that's going to destroy Donkey Kong's island in this game also gives you a fair number of the golden bananas. Because King K. Rool kicked him out. So... it's a little weird. You do get animations, though, for each one of these that you turn in, which is kind of nice, actually. But I'm honestly just hoping that, like, doing this, it's just kind of a fun way to experience some old games. I'm trying to do something that's just decently long, but I've got some shorter stuff in here, too, that I want to go through and play. Like, one of the primary things I want to go back and experience is Star Fox 64, because I have not played a Star Fox game. And I feel like I should at some point. This is one of those other, like, key piece games that I think came out that, like... It's not the other ones are bad, it's just... Like, that's the one people talk about a lot besides the... Besides more like the DS titles and everything. I don't really want to play the SNES titles because... I'm going to get, like, motion sick or headaches playing the SNES titles. So we've got the banana medal now. And also the SNES titles kind of look more like tech demos than really fully... Like, they are fully completed games. How do I... Oh. It's just they look very rough. So, we're gonna go get Diddy's blueprint. Start working on getting his stuff. Because that's the one thing this game kind of does that not a lot of other games would at this time, is that characters need to unlock their own unique abilities and everything. So in Diddy's case, I need to go get him his peanut shooters. I need to get him his abilities for, like, charge, which is in this level, separately from anybody else's abilities. We have the coins to go get his guns now. I will say the one thing that's a little finicky in these older games is the camera controls, and things that two-stick control support really helped. Oh, I should say the one thing that every character gets is the ground pound, because I guess that ability just translates to everybody. That's one thing I... Oh, okay. That's one thing it is, I think, going to be a little bit of an adjustment to as well, is the game's going to re-tutorialize me every time I pick up a similar ability, even if I don't really need it. We need to go back to Cranky 2. Get his ability. You'll probably also see the weird way I play these kinds of games. If I know a little bit about them, I go from one spot to another, and it's like, okay. Yep, and Cranky's going to give us Diddy's charge. Hurtus Cranium. I like how they've given the abilities like scientific names. It's good. Yeah, and Cranky is done in this level for us. Alright, this is the one by Cranky's. This is the one thing cool I think sometimes a game does, is that there are areas where it's going to be very beneficial to have the teleports up and available for them. Here we can just go back to Cranky's, get the golden banana. Oops. And we are on our way to having most of this world completed already. That's one of Donkey's bananas. other thing with this game too that I'm getting used to is it is a little bit slidey. And this was a platforming thing all the time, and I think a little bit of it might be input delay. I don't know if that's the case or not. I know I tried it with Mario 64, and there is definitely a little bit of input delay. Or maybe it's just the controller being a little bit old. But you can kind of see that I'm like moving a little bit at a time, and it's still kind of moving afterwards. So we're just gonna go for as long as I can stand today and make as much progress as I can. I'm basically almost to the point I was with the other save file. I just gotta beat the first boss again. So I know this is probably not the best and fastest way to platform, but it's the way that works. And this is where the camera comes into play, because ugh, trying to recenter this thing is a pain in the butt. Oh, come on. Oy. This is what I mean. This is gonna be a little finicky. And I know there's a switch up there, which is why I want to get up there. This is what I mean. I'm trying to center the camera, and it is nothing doing. I'm trying not to complain about this. I'm trying to actually do this correctly. It's just very hard when the game doesn't really support any kind of camera angle that works for this. And I'm trying to move very carefully. And the game just sends you in a direction with a lot of momentum. Like, I don't get why this bridge has to be this thin. Like, if I make one wrong move in, like, any direction, it pushes me off of it. Oh, if I hold it, okay, that's a lot better. Oh, that's where Golden Banana is. Okay. Okay, so note to self, holding it also keeps it centered behind you. That's good to know. Don't need that for anything else. So there's a minecart up there, but I can't get the gate down up there. I think I have to come back here later for this. Oops. Okay. Does that get rid of the gate up there? I hope so. This is the other frustration to get with this game sometimes, is why is there a gap between the platform and the wall? Tell me, why does that exist? Let's get out of here for right now. I don't think I can do this as of this moment. I probably can, I'm just not good at reaching that point. So that's 2 bananas, and then I need the third by talking to Snide. Oh, hey, there's a teleport point up here. There. Are there any other peanut gun spots that I'm missing? So I'm technically past my other save file in terms of golden bananas. Bananas up here. So that door's open. Can I get over there? Thank you. Nope. Okay. Thank you. Yep, and this is what we need the bananas at each level for, basically. So that way we can open up the boss doors. I want to go see if I can find at least 5 more, because I should be able to. Also, I apologize if the screen is kind of dark, because it's the one thing I've kind of realized about a lot of these old games is that the screen gets kind of dark in low light environments, so if I need to turn that up, let me know. But I am also having trouble seeing. Oh, this is the Banana Ferry. Can't do anything with those until we get Tiny. We need her to get in there in the first place. Or to get to the Banana Fairies themselves. There's nothing else up here, right? No, okay. Do anything up here because these require both Lanky Kong. Let's go back to that mine area and see if there's not anything I can do up there. Seems a little weird that I'm like missing something. Oh, well there's 5. So that's the banana medal there. We can go take the boss out. That'll give me the key for the next area. Now, I don't know if you need to beat the bosses with every character. Because there are multiple doors. Also, the one thing it's going to take some getting used to is the lag. Like, I know this game is pushing, but, like, it is very visible when it comes up. can do is just we can run up to him and blow him up. And we have to do this like 4 or 5 times. It's not a very hard boss fight. We just gotta dodge the explosive shots, which you can just do by running Serpentine. Swatting the explosive barrel right into his face. It's one thing I will give this system or era of games. The flashing's a bit rough. I'm gonna turn this down a bit more. Because this is before we really had an idea of like, oh shit. Hey, flashing patterns and everything like this would cause seizures. Oh, you. This was a lot easier the last time I did this because he just kind of sat there and did not, like, immediately move. Granted, the N64 didn't really have a lot of these games that had this problem with the flashing. Oh, okay. And thankfully, once we're out of here, it's not too bad either. But I wonder now if I go... I'm gonna go back to the other place where there was a cave. Let's see if there's a way to still go in there or if it's gone. I legitimately don't know, and I didn't look at this once I beat this the last time either. Oh, no, the boss doors are all gone. Okay. Cool. Anything there? Let's go and leave then for right now. And we'll come back to this. So I'm also going to go ahead and save manually, just in case. Was. This is also the funny thing. Okay. So... One thing I really want to get is extra health, like really badly. That's real helpful. Okay, so that's coconut switches. Can't do anything with that yet. Do I have to be Digi to activate this or no? Okay. Well, like I said, we'll go back there and look at that later. Okay, so we have 4 of Donkey Kong's 5 bananas, and then we have 3 of Diddy Kong's. Need to go back to K1Z and open up the next area too. Right, with the first of those keys being opened, you should shake free another area. That's on one of the external islands. Okay. Let's see if I can go find that. Okay, there's apparently nothing out here. I think that's it over there. Shall go see. Wonder if there's anything in this water, or it's just barren. This doesn't look like there would be. But knowing Rare, they're also a little bit evil in where they hide things. pineapple. It's over here. Nothing I can do right now. I know it's not the banana fairy I am in. There's nothing I can do here. Where is this island? Oh, it's up there. Okay. Whoops. Floating in the sky, not in the sea. Let's wait. Oh, there are blueprints here too. Okay. Oh, I think this is where I can get double health. I think. Oh, you. Yeah, it's kind of been interesting to try this out and get an idea of how this game plays. Because it's fairly solid so far, with some minor complaints. But I think I'll get used to it as I play it more. I think I'm just so used to like modern stuff that like friction sometimes is a little bit difficult to deal with. Especially when you're used to like modern conveniences. Like having a fully controllable camera at all the time. Instead of having to fiddle with it a lot. Okay, they aren't that evil. Yet. Oh, come on. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, sweet. Oh, I need his jetpack for that, don't I? Okay. Right? Because I don't think I can... No. There's a vine up there. That meddlesome monkey should be burnt to a crisp by now. Where's that armadillo? I'm sorry, Master. He was too quick for me, but I'll get him next time. His name is literally Armadillo. Imbecile. I don't like failure. Do you know what happens to failures? Ugh. Waited too long for this. I won't let those flea-bitten monkeys ruin my plans this time. Angry Aztec. Pineapples. There's donkeys. Door, which we may need to open later. Listen to me. The key to my freedom lies in the clouds. Okay. First thing we're gonna go ahead and do. Is we are gonna go talk to Candy Kong. And this is how you know it was rare in the 90s. Granted, Candy Kong existed before then, I'm pretty sure, but... Oof. Like I said. Yep, we've got a musical instrument we can use now in areas. It'll help us kind of unlock a few things. And now we have double the health. Because she gave us an extra melon. Now we have 2 of them. I'm just gonna come in here, see if I can swap over to Donkey Kong. And then we're gonna see if I can get Donkey Kong's instrument here, if I have the coins for it. I don't think I do. Oh. And we got his bongos. Now I'm just gonna skip the text because I know how to do this. Okay, so now we have a lot more survivability, which means things will be a little easier to deal with. I'm gonna run back here and do one thing, because I'm thinking about it. How do I... I don't think I can do this yet. I like also how I get extra health and immediately it's like, alright, I'm just gonna start taking more and more damage. Ow. Wait, what? What did he say? He said something about stop messing about and get me out of here. Which rude. I came here with the wrong Kong. Okay. It is definitely struggling a bit, though. I mean, the game looks good. I think it's pushing the hardware a little bit. Okay, so we have the llama free. No? Okay. Let's see what's over here then. Oh, that wasn't the right color. Oops, okay. This is what I hate. Oh, this is evil, man. What the hell? I see why they give you all this extra help now. Switching to a tag barrel refill my health? I don't think it does. Wait, that barrel's not active? Oh, it is. Oh, no, it does. Okay. 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 Interesting that there are multiple doors for this. I wonder why. Ugh. Just... Oh, that's real nice. God, man, this is awful. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. Well, at least it only spits me back out here. Oh, it just starts you at the start of the level. Okay, that's not that bad. Oh, but that's a problem now, isn't it? gotta find the one that we can open. It's one thing to get used to is moving with the lag. It's fine, they got everybody, so it's not like Tiny Kong got singled out. So what's the point of me getting up here? Oh, I see. Okay. This is the one thing I don't like about platformers, is that if you're gonna do these switches and stuff that are on timers, give me that timer. Or at least allow me to know it's on a timer. What does this open? Oh, it opens the light. Okay. Okay, gate's a bit dark in here. How do I do this? you can do something with this. Oh, I see. Okay. I needed to raise the platforms. That's why. Apparently, I guess in the speed run, you can do something to hit all of these without raising the platforms for them first, so... But we now have our third character. When I get her abilities, we can do more on certain things with her. But it gives us quite a bit of progress here. God, they give you the comms fast. But I think the long part of this is going to be getting all the golden bananas. It's closed. That's my feeling. Anything else I can do in here? It's a tiny specific barrel for her ability. There. I don't think there's really anything else I can do in here. Oh, yeah, I can. I need Lanky for his triangle, so we're done on the pyramid for now. Thank you. Chunky. No. So where is that teleport pad? This is all tiny. Oof, it's lagging a little bit. Ah, there it is. Okay. Pad number 4. This is Donkey Kong's barrel. Okay, so let's see what we can get here. Yeah, I know I won't get very far without it. Alright, so this will give me the rocket barrels. Oh man, we're bringing up a reference to the TV show, The Legend of the Crystal Coconuts, which was a thing. Okay, so we can go back to the teleport point now. Which I'm going to do. Where is the barrel to use Diddy's power with? Over here, isn't it? Four knees right now? Okay. Oh, come on, get it. Oh, that cancels it. Okay. That's good to know. Come on, get me out of here. I should probably go and see. No. Him. Alright. Oh, he just does that for free. Okay. Oh, come on, man. Ugh. Great. Alright, at least I have most of the teleport pads for this area now. That's the one thing I'm still getting used to is the sliding part, because it's like, okay, I was supposed to like long jump there, and the game just kind of ate my input. Okay, we need to do a couple of things here with Tiny. We need to, one, go get her musical instruments. Come on. It's the one thing about this level I don't like. Don't need anything else. Okay. I need to get 2 more coins for her to get her weapon. Back on the direction of the cave. Oh, come on, man. You will also have her blueprints. You need so this is probably going to give me the crystal abilities for everybody. I hate these things, man. Oh, the explosions instantly get rid of them. Okay, that's very good to know. Oh, please. Thank you. Hey, wait a... I just realized something, and it's a little off-putting. The music here and the music in Agrabah from KH sound very similar. Alright, we got the feather bow. Don't need the instructions again. But I think oh, there's a tag barrel here. God, this is also so much easier to maneuver as Tiny than the others. I have to use Diddy Kong to get up there. I also have to imagine this is the world where people die a lot because of the fact that it's kind of difficult to get through all the sand without getting hit sometimes. There's another one here? Jesus, man, these things are everywhere. I guess if it makes sense, if you were to, like, be like, hey, this is where I'm at, well, I need to go now fight the boss. It just feels so weird that there's so many of them everywhere. Oh god. That's good. I'm just taking the direct path. I think, though, I'm gonna stop there. Save. And call it an evening, because we did a lot of progress. We got actually a fair amount of golden bananas. We picked up 2 additional Kongs, their abilities, and their weapons, and beat the first boss in the first stream. I think that's a decent amount of progress to make. Just especially on something where I'm going to try and keep myself on the schedule, so not go too long. But if you are still here, thank you for coming out this evening, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. And if I don't, I'm going to try and do something tomorrow, and if I don't see you there, have a wonderful rest of your weekend.